Today we are going to learn about the new concept, a new chapter, that is our environment. What is environment? All the things which are present in our surroundings are known as environment. It may be a living or non-living thing. All these living and non-living things together constitute the environment. Ecosystem. What is ecosystem? A combination of interaction between biotic and non-biotic components. Environment will be having both biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components are those which are living things, and abiotic components are those which are non-living things. So the interaction between the biotic and non-biotic things will be known as ecosystem. So ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರಿಸರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪರಿಸರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎರಡು ರೀತಿಯ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಹೋಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮನೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಕೆಲವು ನಾನ್ abiotic as well as biotic, both are there, and we are living in this environment. So this is an example for a natural ecosystem. Garden, or you can say pond, river, where in a pond, it's an aquatic one. In a pond there are living organisms like fish and all, and non-living things also present, and like water is a non-living thing. The both biotic and non-biotic, abiotic, interacts with each other to make a survival of an organism. So it is an example for a natural biotic ecosystem. Artificial ecosystem. If you want to give example for an artificial ecosystem, you can say aquarium. Aquarium is a artificial one, man-made. We need to set up some things to make an organism to survive in that setup, and we have to maintain it. Example for an artificial ecosystem is an aquarium. How this aquarium is made, what are the requirements to prepare an artificial setup or the ecosystem for the survival of the organism? Let's see. Found this example for natural ecosystem. Aquarium is an example for artificial ecosystem. Now you can see here there is a fish tank is present, and inside the fish tank there are water is filled in it, and some fishes are there. Now just by having a water in a tank and a fish will make it as an ecosystem? No, we have to provide certain environment for this organism, that is for fish to survive in this condition. Which are those? We have to put some food for that. Artificial food will be available for the fish. We need to feed them for their growth. Not only that, even fish also requires oxygen for their breathing purpose. This water contains oxygen, but that will be finished off if we keep it as it is. So what we need to do, we have to put some aerator. Here you can see some bubbles are coming out from this black color thing, that is a aerator, which provides oxygen to this water present inside the aquarium. This will make sure that oxygen supply is sufficient for this living organism inside in it. Also, other than that, you can go for is by keeping some aquatic plant that will provide a natural oxygen for the fish. But here we can see some artificial plants just for the decoration, as well as some stones, color stones, for the attractiveness of the aquarium. This is how the fish tank should be maintained. Not only this much, we have to clean this water 15 days or for 1 month once for the survival of the fish. Otherwise what happens is fish will die, because the water get dirty. The excretion, whatever there from comes out from the fish, there will be there in the water, that makes the water in bad condition. Because of that, fish will die. So we need to maintain the aquarium. If it is a pond, then there is no need of cleaning of the pond until unless it will be human made waste. Otherwise, there will be aquatic materials or the fish, higher animals which will clean the waste particles, and that natural ecosystem goes on. There is no need of cleaning or any maintenance. For this, for artificial one, we need to maintain it. Otherwise, this ecosystem is not suitable for a fish. When we maintain an ecosystem, then only this artificial ecosystem will survive. Components of ecosystem. We can see two components of ecosystem, that is abiotic and biotic. Ecosystem is always composed of biotic as well as abiotic components. Abiotic components are all those non-living things which are there in our surroundings, and biotic components are all those living things which are in our surrounding. ಅಜೈವಿಕ ಘಟಕಗಳು, ಜೈವಿಕ ಘಟಕಗಳು. ಪರಿಸರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಿಸರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ. ಪರಿಸರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೈವಿಕ ಘಟಕಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಜೈವಿಕ ಘಟಕಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಇವೆರಡು ಸೇರಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯ ಅದರದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. One is producer, another one is consumer, another one is decomposer. The word producer itself says that it is for one, the organism which can produce its own food, like plants. Not only the plants, there are some algae, like blue green algae are there. They also able to produce their food with the help of the chlorophyll pigment. And from them, these consumers will get food. So consumers are those which are dependent on producers for their food. For example, human beings and other animals, they are dependent on producer either directly or indirectly. And the another one is decomposers. Decomposers are those which will helpful in the decomposing a dead material. If there is no decomposers in our environment, then what happens? Whatever the dead particles or the animals or the plant bodies will be there, that will be like that only. There is no system for its decompose. So these are playing a very important role in our environment. Some of the bacteria are example for the decomposition. If any dead animals are there, after some days, if you observe, that will be starts decaying. After a year, there is no single clue for that presence of that animal. That is because of the decomposers. Now, all these three are balanced in our ecosystem. If any one is imbalanced, the particular numbers are imbalanced, then another organism will be affected by that. So there is a need to maintain the number of producers, consumers and decomposers in the ecosystem is very much important. Now, in consumer, again we are going to see different types of consumers. One is herbivore, another one is carnivore, omnivore, then parasite. One which eats only the plant products, that will be comes under herbivorous. ತರಕಾರಿ ತಿನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಸಸ್ಯಾಹಾರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹರ್ಬಿವೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. One more is carnivore or carnivorous, the organism which eats only the flesh, ಮಾಂಸಾಹಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್. ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್ ಅದು ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಮ್ನಿವೋರ್. ಓಮ್ನಿವೋರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which eats both veg as well as the flesh. ತರಕಾರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಂಸಾಹಾರಿ ಎರಡೂ ರೀತಿಯ ತಿನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಓಮ್ನಿವೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಮಿಶ್ರಹಾರಿಗಳಲ್ಲ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ವಭಕ್ಷಕ. ಸರಿನಾ? ಓಮ್ನಿವೋರಸ್. Another one is parasite. Parasites, already you have learnt about it. Parasites are one which depends on another living organism. It gets its food by the another living organism without killing that organism. So we can take the example of tapeworm. ಆರ್ ಜಂತು ಹುಳ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಂತು ಹುಳ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ತಿಂದಷ್ಟು ಹುಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬೈತಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಅಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ಫುಡ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಸ್. They will be there inside the body. If it is exceeds in number, then only it will be harmful for us. Another one is mosquitoes. They are drinking our blood and they were living. Just because of drinking the blood from a human body doesn't affected by that. And one more is some of the plants like cascota. You will get that example if you just go through the Google, search for a cascota. It's a kind of a plant. It depends on the other animals or the small insects for their food. It doesn't having any chlorophyll kind of a thing to prepare its own food. So it is depending on the other for its food. So these are different types of consumers. And in parasite also there are two types of parasite. One is endoparasite, another one is ectoparasite. Endoparasite is for the internal one, like tapeworm, jantu hula, which will be depending on a or living inside the host body or the another living organism. Another one is external, like lice and all. It will be living outside of the host body, but it takes food from that depending organism. So next we are going to study about the food chain or the food web. Ahara sarapali. Food chain andre ahara sarapali. This you have learned when you are very small. In the smaller age only you are going to learn about all these things. One organism depends or eats the another organism for their food. Higher one is the lower one. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ತಿಂದು ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಒಂದು ಸರಪಳಿ ಅಂತ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದನ್ನ ತಿಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು, ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಫುಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, here you can see three types of example. One is in the forest the deer eats the plants and the tiger eats the deer. So this is from lower to the higher one. Another one is in grassland. The grasshopper eats the grass, the frog eats the grasshopper, snake eats the frog, then eagle eats the snakes. So from the lower to the higher, a chain like structure, sarapali, ahara sarapali, ಸಣ್ಣದ್ರಿಂದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜೀವಿಗಳು. One more example is in pond. Aquatic plant, either scorpion or web like thing eats the aquatic plants, then the small things or the organism is eaten by the fish and the fish eater will eat the fish. Likewise, from depending on the food, one organism eats the another one. This is a simple concept of the food chain. Now here you can see the series of food organism. Food chain is a simple, from one to the another direct chains will be there, but food web is also the same thing, but one species can be eaten by the many kind of the species. Like here you can see snake. Snake eats frog, snake eat small rabbits kind of thing. Snake also eats the small birds and all. So one species may eat different kind of things. So this is like a web. The same snake can be eaten by the eagle or any other higher animals like peacock and all. So there is a web. The one starts from a smaller organism, then move to the higher one, or first level of consumer, then second level of the consumer, then the third level of the consumer. This one or the second level of the consumer can be eaten by many other third level of the consumer. So we can see the web.